I was working at my dad's and they were having some new technology installed, and we knew a tech was going to come out that day. And I was up front and the tech walks through the door and he says, "Hey, I'm Jay with," and I saw a shirt and it said IP Quest. And so I said, "IP Quest." I kind of interrupted him and he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay."
We came down there and I met her for the first time just to do some checking on the computers, and looked everything over. We kind of talked a little bit there, and just, mildly flirting.
And I remember when he walked through that partition, I was like, oh my gosh, that beard is on point. And I knew right then, I was like, that's not a Southern beard. This guy has a story. He's not from here.
And after that, we kind of just talked about some camping stuff and things like that. And then we left, just kind of left them there. And she was gorgeous too. She's so cute. She's sweet.
It was just right there. It just felt different. So it's crazy.
I was trying to be professional because I want to get her in trouble, get me in trouble, especially Dad's the doctor, So I went ahead and, gave my email address. And if you ever need anything, just let us know.
So I sent him an email, and within, I think, a day, he replied, and we just started texting back and forth, and eventually he asked me out for coffee or for drinks, and I was like, well, easily I'm gonna take drinks. I'm a single mom. So we went over to the local Mexican restaurant and we closed the place down. We were there until it closed, just getting to know each other, and it was the best first date I've ever had, and obviously it was my last first date. So.
I realized I wanted somebody that was, smart and can kind of hold on her own, and somebody real sweet, and, that we just get along, just like best friends and that kind of thing.
I've been in so many relationships, good ones, bad ones, and I'd have some really great loves of my life, honestly. And they all taught me something, and so I wasn't really looking to fulfill a void. I felt happy with my daughter and the life that we had. And but this date, for some reason, I was nervous. And when I got there and we started talking and everything that we learned about each other, I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is so poignant. This is like a movie, and this kind of thing doesn't happen to me. And I never really believed in love at first sight. I don't really believe in one true love for one person, but honestly, now I question that because of everything that happened. It's just so perfect the way it worked out.
Back when we first started talking, she was definitely told me one thing she was attracted about me was my beard. And like I said, we went on that first date, started about my beard. She loves guys with beards. And okay.
We had gone to a Mercer baseball game that day, and it was very hot. So we decided to leave the game early and go to a local restaurant bar with our friends. And we hadn't had a first kiss yet. I think this was our third date. And I don't usually like to kiss on a first date. So I thought this may be it coming, and it was time for me to get home. I had to get back to my daughter, and he's like, all right, well, I'll walk you out, to your car. And I was like, okay. So we get out to my car, and he looks down at me, and he says the question that he knew I had been waiting for, and he said, so do you want to touch the beard? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So I brought my hand up, I went to touch the beard, and he leaned in to kiss me, and that was that.
It was magical, I'm going to tell you. It's sparks flying, and we've been kissing ever since.
We had just gotten into Hilton Head that night. It was our first big trip together. We decided we're just gonna walk out to the beach. Our hotel was right on the beach. And we got out there and there was literally no lights except the stars in the sky. And we were just standing out there, and it was our first time being alone for a trip together, and we were just kind of holding each other in each other's arms, and he just whispered very softly, I love you. And it was a very sweet moment. It was the perfect way to hear that the first time. It was just natural and quiet, and it didn't feel rushed or planned or anything like that.
Whoa.
Am I pretty?
You are gorgeous.
Thank you.
It'll be hard to give you up. Boy.
Oh, you look like such a princess. Oh my goodness.
I love playing hide and seek with Jay. He's so funny. I love him very much. I can't wait to start our family together.
A few months later, we've been talking about getting married like most couples do after being together for a while there. And we had another beach trip coming up. I had a special thing planned in my mind on this beach trip. So we got down there, and one of the other days, once we first got down there that night, I figured it'd be kind of romantic for us to kind of recreate that act again. So we started walking along the beach and just kind of talking about life, and kind of stopped and stopped her and gave her a hug and kiss, and
there's a mound of sand, and he starts digging through the sand. He's like, "Do you see that?" And I was like, "What is he doing?"
And she follows me over there, trying to be curious about it as well. And as soon as I got a little bit of sand up, I kind of went down on one knee, and kind of halfway made it look like I was pulling a ring out of the sand. I opened up the box, and I asked her to marry me.
And of course I said yes, and we hugged and we kissed, and we were walking back to the room, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this really happened. Like, out of nowhere, this just happened." And it was perfect. Just like the first I love you, it was just easy, simple. It didn't feel planned or rushed or staged. It was just, it was perfect. It was us. It was simple, and it was just perfect.
I had a long speech, I did, but planned out. I had it all written down. I had said it about a dozen times on the ride down there. I jacked that up so bad and just got about every other word in, and then but she said yes anyhow, even though I'm a goof. She's more than I could ever thought about making up in my mind for a perfect girl. And like I said, she's just everything to me. And I think about her all the time, most random times too. Just, and she is the first thing I think about when I wake up in the morning. And, when I'm going to bed, I text her every single night. And she can contest. Every night I tell her good night through a text message or some form of way.
He's the perfect person I could ever imagine. He's so calm and loving and compassionate and kind, and he's patient, which is huge when you have a young daughter. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better, and I could not ask for a better beard.
It was in the Garden of Eden that God made man in his own image. The Bible tells us that God saw that it was not good for man to be alone. So with loving care, he removed the bone from Adam's side and made Eve. God then brought Eve to Adam. It's important for a husband to learn something about receiving his wife, looking at the way in which God created Eve. God did not use a bone from Adam's foot, nor did he take a bone from his head. Instead, he chose to use Adam's rib, and by doing so, implied that Eve was created to share life at Adam's side, close to his heart. Jay? you may kiss your bride.
Sometimes I don't know what to say to him, so I just say I love you, and I think he knows that that means more in a bigger sense than words I can put into place, I guess.
Long-term future, like I said, I hope we got, obviously we'll have Anya and maybe another youngin', and we'll just always be in love and love each other and just, cherish each other for death do us part.
I want Anya to see love that's not forced, two people that care about each other, that try and work through things that don't just leave an argument or leave a fight because it's easier. I want her to see that it's better to work through things and to come out stronger on the other side. I want her to always know it's important to have a voice, to speak your voice, and to listen to the other person, because that's a big part of a relationship. So I want her to see that we listen to each other and that we take what each other has to say to heart. We know how to have fun together, and I want her to always want to be in relationships where she has fun and where she can joke around and she can be herself and she can say whatever crazy thing is on her mind, and the other person doesn't just look at her with a weird look. They actually laugh, like, you know what, I feel that way too. I just want her to see the funness and to know that that's important and that she deserves that.
I couldn't have designed in my mind a more perfect girl, honestly. She just blows me away every day. And it's still to this day, she cares for me like nobody else.
Everything that people see between us is something that we genuinely feel. When we are frustrated with each other, we are genuinely frustrated. But mostly when we love each other, we really and truly love each other. And the way we get along is it's so natural. And I've never had that before. It's perfect.
We care about each other a lot, and we would do anything for each other. And but you can definitely see with us, my weaknesses is her strength, her strengths my weaknesses.
Our love is natural. It's not forced. It's not something that either of us were really looking for. We literally stumbled upon it, and it's very natural.
Corinne is my life and my love.